Hi guys, Vechs here! Welcome to episode 1 of my Spellbound Caves 2 developer commentary. But before we even get into the map, I feel like maybe I should talk about this main menu. Maybe I should talk about the fact that this says 118 mods loaded right here. I don't know, just maybe. Just maybe that might be a tiny little detail uh, to get into. Okay, so anyway, a brief history lesson is hi, I'm Vechs, author of the Super Hostile series of Minecraft maps that started in like late 2010. Uh, Millions of downloads, kind of popular. Um, but I made a lot of maps and then went through kind of a time period of doing a lot of YouTube and Twitch stuff more. Like that was more popular than my maps for a while. Then I'm getting back into map making more, and my recent maps have been uh, Super Hostile Isolation, which was a complete the monument map where you have to rebuild your airship. So it kind of had like a gimmick, and it had custom coded temperature mechanics using functions. And then I got into Super Hostile Delania, which was a had another gimmick of like you are the monument, and instead of putting wool on a monument, you collect the wool and it permanently powers you up. And you had class hats. Uh, so with Spellbound Caves 2, I did want to get back into a just basic. There's 16 dungeons. Each dungeon has a wool. You get the wool, you take it back to your victory monument, and you put it on it. And there's no gimmicks. There's no, well, uh, like you're not building an airship, and there's no temperature. Well, actually, we'll get to that in a second. You're not building an airship, and you're not like you don't have a class hat, right? Uh, so that's what I mean by like no gimmicks. But we are using modded. We are using the official Super Hostile mod pack, which I don't know. Maybe I should have made my own mod pack like a few years ago. I don't know. I have played modded Minecraft before with mixed results. Uh, like in the really early days, mods were very hard to use, and they would corrupt your worlds at the drop of a hat. Um, Recently, I'm talking back in like 2012, modded Minecraft, right? Um, Now however, this is on CurseForge. It's like you literally just type in Super Hostile on CurseForge, you click install, and it installs it, and you can get to playing right away, or you can go click that little three dot button, go to profile options, and turn up your RAM limits, which means you can use bigger view range. Um, but modded has let me do so much cool stuff. The Super Hostile series benefits tremendously from modded Minecraft. And I've been, well, I and my wife, I'm married now, by the way, myself, my wife, and my mods, and I mean moderators, not like modifications to the game. The people who help me moderate servers and stuff, that type of mod, um, have helped me. We've got at this point we have to have over 2,000 man hours. I know I have over 1,000 hours myself personally. I've lost count. We've spent a tremendous amount of time on this mod pack, and I think for the most part, super hostile maps going into the future will use the mod pack because there's just so many cool things to be done with it. Maybe not all. Maybe I will make a map for like modern 117, 118 Minecraft. If you're watching this video in the future, modern Minecraft will be like as of the video recording modern Minecraft. I don't know. I don't even know what version it's out to now. I heard something about there being crossbows and parrots and some other stuff. The bees. Um, Parrots, crossbows, and bees are all in my super hostile mod pack, so I don't really feel like I'm missing out on much. Yeah, one of the mods is Future MC that we have. Future MC adds the content of later Minecraft to this version, so I never really have to deal with that. Anyway, let's start Spellbound Caves 2. But I just wanted to talk real quick about what I've been doing, what I've been up to, who I am. Uh, from the main menu of the Modpack, you can hop on my Discord, which is a great way to keep up with news. If you want to support me, you can hop on my Patreon. There's a bunch of different options. If you want to rent a server and play this multiplayer, you can. However, the mod pack comes with these servers pre-listed, and this one is available to $5 and up patrons to play on. So you just $5 on the Patreon, go to this thing, do the instructions in the chat, and get whitelisted, and then you can hop on the server here. And this one's for special events. Anyway, so let's see here. We're going to play Spellbound Caves 2, and Vechsylvania is currently under construction. You can see it's version 0.0.1 there. So Vechsylvania will be my next map. And then I think after Vechsylvania, I might do Canopy Carnage 2. We'll see. That's like, Vechsylvania is definitely the next one, and then maybe after Vechsylvania, it's going to be Canopy Carnage 2. And I want to get back into releasing multiple maps for a year. I feel like I went through like a dry spell of mapping. I had a bit of writer's block, I guess, maybe. I don't know. The modded Minecraft has definitely like reignited my interest, though. That's for sure, because I have a lot of just a lot of options. All right, let's play Spellbound Caves 2. I've been pretty excited to play this, actually. I might need to turn down the view range as soon as I start. I don't remember what view range I had it at. I think I had it at, I had it at 20. We could probably drop it down to like 16 is fine. All right. Welcome to Spellbound Caves 2. So, should this be more of a developer commentary, or should it be a playthrough, or should it be both? In my previous DevComs, I have played the map all the way through as a totally normal player. Whereas if it was a DevCom, maybe I would fly through. If it was a real DevCom, like maybe I'd fly through it in spectator mode and just talk about it. I think people like seeing me die to my own creations, so I think we're gonna go the old tried and true method of survival mode, no cheating, no anything like that. Play it through as a totally normal player, except for the fact that I made the map. Okay, so I am a totally normal player. Let's see, how do I be a normal player? Welcome to Spellbound Caves 2 by some Vechs guy, I don't know. Thanks to the patrons. Yep, your guys are awesome. Join the Discord. So you click the sign and then press T, and you can click this, and yes, you can. After pressing T to access your mouse in the chat, you can click on this and go. Same for this. You can click on that. buysichthosting.com/Vechs. Okay. Okay. Map rules. So for those out there who are still like 8 minutes into the video, haven't heard of Super Hostile, haven't heard of the Complete the Monument genre. I invented the Complete the Monument genre, of which my maps are the Super Hostile series, but way back in like 2011, I think, memory's fuzzy. Like way back in 2011, I knew that people would want to emulate me, and so I was like, okay, I need to come up with a name for my map series, but I also need to come up with like a generic name for the type of map I'm making, because I didn't want people being like, oh, I make Super Hostile maps too. I'm like, no. Super Hostile's my thing, and I need a label for like people emulating me. Like I need a generic term for the genre. So complete the monument. There's a monument, you complete it. It's kind of become a genre. If you search for CTM on like the Minecraft forums or the internet or whatever, there's a bunch of maps. So somebody pointed out to me, and I like Kojima, but somebody pointed Hideo Kojima. Somebody pointed out that he came out with a game called Death Stranding, and he wanted so badly to invent a new game genre, and he said it was the first Strand type game. That was interesting. based on internet feedback, I'm not sure how well that went for them, but I can at least say I think I've actually maybe invented a genre. Maybe. I mean, it's you go out in the game world, find an object, and bring a set number of objects back to a point. When you put it that way, is it really a genre? It doesn't seem so, right? It just kind of seems like uh I wouldn't call it a fetch quest, would you? It's not really a fetch quest, is it? Because a fetch quest involves typically like just talking to an NPC and like taking object A to point B. Whereas, have I played any games where you have to go into a dungeon, get something out of the dungeon, and bring it back to a specific point to win? Uh, think. You're on camera. Clock is ticking. Uh, Zelda? No, that you didn't bring stuff back to a specific point in Zelda. Metroid? No. Like anytime you found something in Zelda or Metroid, it's pretty much just an upgrade right then and there. Um, bring something back to a central point, a monument. Complete the monument. Let me know in the chat. Help me out here. I want to know your opinions, chat. This is the first question I'll ask. Did I actually invent a game genre? I'm not really sure. Some people have told me I have. I don't know. Can you think of something where the core gameplay is surviving in the world, making a base or taking over an existing base, getting things out of a dungeon or the game world, and then returning them to your base basically? Because that's a very like the part where you have to survive in the map in the game world. Uh, that those types of games, survival games like Minecraft, are relatively new. So, like Zelda and Metroid and games like that, you explore the game world and you get upgrades, but you don't like build a base and you don't survive. You, sur- you survive, like you don't get killed by enemies, but you didn't have like food and water to worry about. Whereas if you check the bottom right of my screen, I got water droplets, I got food shanks, I got food and water to worry about. Eventually, the starting platform in this map is very generous. But yeah, I'm not gonna rush this playthrough. I might release like episodes that are 30 minutes to an hour long. Uh, I might stop at areas and just talk for a while. Um, and that's just the way I'm gonna structure this. I've released videos recently, and I've tried to target that 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute marks, and I've had my wife edit videos and like cut stuff down a lot and do the jump cuts. And I think this time I'm gonna go back to my really casual old way of making videos, and that's just what I'm gonna do this time around. Um, so the videos won't be really tightly edited, if that's okay with you guys. Uh, but anyway, let me know in the comments if there is a game you can think of from like the 90s or the 2000s that predates Minecraft very solidly, where you have to survive and have at least a food or a water mechanic. So you've got to maintain your character, not just get upgrades without dying. Like Mario, you get upgrades, you don't die. Zelda, you get upgrades and you avoid death. So like you got to worry about more than just your health bar. You got like another bar. So like thirst, hunger, temperature, some other status to like maintain other than just not getting killed by enemies. So you have to survive and you have to retrieve objects from the environment and bring them back to a central point and make a and like build something. Because I'm trying to think. And I don't know if I've played something like Super Hostile. You could be cynical and say, Vechs, you just made a fetch quest in Minecraft. And that's fair enough, right? But I don't know. I just want to ask chat. What do you guys think? I'm really curious. Okay, so I made it through reading this first sign, and I launched into like a 7 minute long conversation with myself about the game genre identification. So yeah, that's great. That's a good start. Good start, Vechs. Let's do this. Okay, let's see if we can make it through the second sign a little faster. Use at least, easy, never peaceful. Okay, so I actually have a story about this. Is that way back in 1997 when I'm just screwing with you. I don't have a story. Use at least, easy, never peaceful. Okay. 3, stay out of natural generation terrain until you complete the monument. So yeah, don't like, I don't know, build a nether portal and go like 20,000 blocks in a direction and get a bunch of stuff from outside the map and bring it back. You know, that kind of. I mean, you could just ignore this rule. Like you can't cheat in single player. So if you play a single player, you just do whatever you want to. But if you want to properly play the map as I envisioned it, I got these rules here. Wool for the Victory Monument is from fleecy boxes. So you don't just go shear a sheep and put it on the monument and be like, ha, I beat the white wool, ha ha. I mean, you could, I guess, but that kind of defeats the purpose of playing the map. But anyway, fleecy boxes. So wool for the Victory Monument is from fleecy boxes, and this is like on the fence of being a rule. It's like necessary information, but it's not like a rule that you can break. Fleecy boxes are brick/iron shrines inside the dungeons. Or I guess it is kind of a rule in that it identifies where you're supposed to get the wool from, right? It's specifically from here. Like maybe there'll be wool carpet in a dungeon somewhere or a tent. Like yeah, there could be like a white wool tent set up somewhere in a dungeon area. Like so this yeah, okay, I guess it's technically a rule that the wool specifically from a fleecy box and then here's what a fleecy box is. Yeah, okay, I guess it's technically a rule. Because there might be a wool block in the dungeon somewhere used as decoration, and don't just take that and put it on the monument. That's also all right. Anyway, nighttime sleep. Okay. Rule 6. If you lose the special wool from the fleecy box, then game over. Okay. We have backpacks now, so you'd have to try really hard to lose it. Because you just put it in your backpack as soon as you get it. I guess you could try a no backpack playthrough of the map. That'd be some street cred, I suppose. Okay. And then behind the rules board here, we have something here called assist mode, which I should definitely talk about. I'm just going to read the book real quick and then talk about it. Super Hostile is, as the name might imply, meant to be difficult and challenging. However, I understand that some players may have accessibility needs, and these assist mode belts are meant to help with that. Level 1 might be a good choice for a friend or partner with limited or no prior gaming experience, and level 2 and 3 might be useful for a player with notable or severe impairments, respectively. It's up to you to determine if you need to make use of these accessibility features. Have fun and good luck, Vechs Dev, and author of the Super Hostile series. Yeah. So assist mode level 1 is basically increased buffs. I had to pick a belt of some kind, and the most generic and neutral belt was the Ancient Spellcraft Enchanter belt, which I picked. It is the generic form is this Belt of the Enchanter. So I just grabbed a modded item and repurposed it, and I did that a lot with some of the unique items, but we'll get more into that later. So anyway, you get basically progressively higher amounts of health and damage resistance. Level 3 in my testing makes you're technically taking damage, and you could technically eventually die, but you're so tough as to be practically invincible. You get the experience of taking damage without, you know, dying. Uh, that said, level 3 is meant for people with fairly severe impairments and disabilities. So, uh, yeah, that's what this is for. Level 1 is probably what most people should use if they're going to use anything, and that's probably good for, like, if you want to let your little brother play and give it a try, and he's just never played video games before, or you have a family member who's got basically no experience with video games, and you can make them put this on, and they have like a buffer to make, mistakes. Because I have a brother-in-law who is, at the time of this recording, he's 8, I think, or 9, or maybe 7. No, I think he's 8. And he's never really played computer games before. He's played Minecraft on, I think, his Nintendo Switch, and maybe a smartphone. Um, so using a mouse and keyboard, like, he's no experience with. So, like, him playing looks a bit like this. That's kind of what the screen would look like if I handed him the controls. He's trying. I have to remember, right? Like, WASD with mouse look is awesome, but it also takes like a little bit of time to get used to for somebody who's never used a computer before. Okay, so that's assist mode covers us. The rules read. Do I get into the tutorial quest now? I think so. Let's read. What else is there to read around here? Press tilde and carefully review starting gear quests. Hint: be sure to get a backpack and starting food/weapons. All right. Hint: in co-op, remember to set feed the beast utilities, allies, and opt out of PvP. Okay. Enable PvP. Enable PvP. Thoughts. So it's the gray colored gear, and then server settings, and then enable PvP. I'm opting out to false. Cool. Neat. And I'm not playing this multiplayer, but I did that just for people to know, what that is about. Hint: shift-click others with your Electro Blob's Wizardry wands to set them as Electro Blob's Wizardry allies. Hereafter, I'm just going to call it EBWiz for short. Yeah. You sneak and click on somebody with the wand, and so what this is that the mod at EBWiz that gives you all of these items, notably these wands where you can actually use magic. Spellbound Caves 2 actually has magic now. There's actual magic spells in the map. It's amazing. Yeah, but the magical spells that come out of these wands, they don't really follow the Minecraft PvP server settings. So they basically need the EB Wizardry wand to the EB Wizardry mod itself also needs a layer of ally setting on top of the Minecraft one. So that's what this is about. Okay, so press tilde and carefully review the starting gear quests. All right. I don't know what to do. I haven't been told what to do. I press tilde, now what? I mean, there's something cycling in the middle of my screen. Like, maybe I could hover my mouse over it. Press tilde to open Quest UI for tutorials. Click on me to learn about the very basics of the mod pack. Okay. Click. Oh, look, a new screen. Okay. Uh, use the tabs on the left, so that's these things over here, to access both tutorial quests and gameplay quests. And for the record, yes, I had to write all of this. Feed the Beast quest mod, it's empty. It's pretty much blank. So all these tabs and all the quest programming and stuff, I have spent a very long time working on this kind of stuff. Okay. Anyway, so use the tabs on the left to access both tutorial quest and gameplay quest. And pardon me if I have any sniffles or allergies. You'll just have to deal with it. These will teach you about everything you need to know. Use your mouse wheel to scroll this display down to keep reading. And if you don't have a mouse wheel, I'm actually not sure what to do here. Does the arrow keys work? Does the S key work? WASD? Space? Shift, Control, Alt, Shift right click, Shift left click, Control right click, Control left click, Alt left, Alt right. Alt right. I don't actually know what to do here if you don't have a mouse wheel. I guess you watched this video. Ha! Yeah, that's what you do. Okay. Are there mice without mouse wheels on them? Yeah, there have to be. Like really small ones made to be used with laptops that probably like fold up and fit inside the laptop carrying case. Like really tiny ones. Maybe. I don't know. So I can scroll. Even if you want to learn at your own pace, which is fine, you must know these. Okay, there's 3 things you need to know. You need to drink to stay alive. Shift click to drink from water source blocks. More information is about clean water. Yes. Yeah. Punch or chop the base of trees from the dynamic trees mod to chop them down. It takes longer, but you chop them all in one go. Dynamic trees are amazing. Once you've played with them in this mod pack, you're not going to want to go back to Minecraft trees normally. 3, the Minecraft recipe helper, the green book button. It covers up your quest, the XP user interface. I'll just show you this in a second. Any other info can be learned at your own pace. Yep. Get some food, get some wood, make a shelter, find some water. Yep. You can press escape twice to fully close this interface. And the objectives for this are set to trigger when you look at grass, gravel, dirt, and sand. And the reason I did that is, let me go look at a grass block, is if you spawn in a fresh world and you've never played the mod pack before, I just wanted to get your attention that yes, you can in fact. So if I look at the grass, it pops up and it says press tilde to open Quest UI for tutorials in the top right of the screen. So the quest objectives here, they're made this way just so that it pops up on your screen and tells you to press tilde. Or grave, grave. I normally call the squiggly line the tilde, but apparently it can also be called the grave. Or maybe it's pronounced grave. I'm actually not sure. Let me know in comments. Alright, so that's that. Video and RAM settings. So if you don't have at least 4 gigs, you shouldn't try to play this. It's modded. I think most people should now. I bought a cheapo refurbished laptop off Amazon. I paid about $180 for it, I think. And it was basically the cheapest laptop that was used that had a solid state drive in it off Amazon. And that I basically bought that to be a YouTube machine and email machine for when I travel. And but it's also is what I use for testing the mod pack on minimum settings. So that crappy laptop off Amazon is, if it can run the mod pack at like 60 FPS with 8 view range, then we're good to go. So that's the criteria. So I think most people now watching this that have a computer should be able to run the mod pack. Anyway. So this right here, if you, I'm running with, I think 12. Where does it say? Ah, top right of the screen. Yeah. Uh, yeah, 12 gigs, which I think it might be gigabits. Whatever. Um, a lot. Plenty. So on CurseForge, there's a 3 vertical dot icon with the Modpack. You can click it and go to View Profile and Profile Options, and you can uncheck the Use System Memory and turn up your RAM settings. And assuming you're using Windows, I think most people are that play this, you can press Control Shift Escape to bring up Task Manager and check how much RAM your computer has access to. All right. So next thing, it did tell us to check out these starting gear quests. So general modpack information. I don't really need to read much of these. I'm going to go ahead and go to the more player models quest and grab my free elven ears, and let's see what we rolled. Ah, they're poor quality. I was hoping for them to be at least like common quality, and I could get like, I could have some free stats, you know? Maybe I get lucky and get like uncommon or rare or something. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna hold down Q and just eat these. They're useless. Poor quality. Lame. Well, that's probably fine. Do I want my Twitch apples? My twitch.tv/Vechs golden apples from the... I think I'll skip all the little tiny freebies in here. Yeah. Oh, I did see somebody who was really confused about this right here. Where to find the optional mods. It says... I was watching somebody's LP of this map, and they got really hung up on this. They kept just pressing this and clicking this, and then pressing this and clicking this, and they didn't know what was happening. I guess they just didn't read this part. You can complete this quest to put a link in, a clickable link in chat. Leave the menu, press T, and click the link. Press T, click the link. It's just sending you right to where they get the optional mods, basically. Because there's a few mods that are optional that, like for example, there's more player models, which lets you like really customize your character's appearance. And you and anyone else running the mod will see those changes, and then anyone not running the mod on the same server will just see your normal Minecraft skin. It's all appearance. Your hitbox is not affected, but it's really cool for roleplay and immersion and stuff. Anyway, back to the map. I suppose this is going to also be a devcom of the Modpack, because this is the first map that has used the Modpack. Super Hostile Delania was designed to be used with it, but not required. This map requires the Modpack. You'll notice immediately that's a modded block. That's a modded block. That's a modded block. That's a modded block. These are modded blocks. Like, you have to have the Modpack to play this map. I've seen somebody try to load it in normal Minecraft, and it actually does load. It's just all of the modded blocks become air blocks, and the map is unplayable. So, anyway, let's breeze through the starting gear quest. So we're going to grab the backpack. Oh, I was going to show something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did the thing where I didn't show the thing I talked about. Here it said number 3. There's a recipe helper. I said I would show it to you real quick. It's this green book. And this thing covers up the XP things right here, the skills tab to spend your experience. So if you click, if this green book's open, you lose access to this tab. See, that's it. That's all I was trying to tell you. Because if you go to spend your experience now, maybe you don't know that you have to close this book to get that thing out the way. So, anyway. So backpack, right-click, place, hold down Shift, sneaking, and then break. And now I'm wearing it on my back. And I press B. got a backpack. And if you want to drop it, so normally with this backpack mod by Copygirl, Copygirl was super nice, and she made a custom version of her mod for my Modpack. So thank you, Copygirl, if you're watching this. We really appreciate the custom version. Normally, Copygirl's backpack mod, you would shift and right-click to drop the backpack on the ground. However, with drinking water, you also shift and right-click to drink the water, which means that in the old version of the mod pack, like way back when, every time you tried to drink from a water source block, you would throw your backpack on the ground. So we changed it. The custom version for my mod pack is Shift plus B will drop your backpack on the ground, and that will have your stuff in it. You can use backpacks as chests, I suppose. They have more space in them than a double chest does, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so the old way would be, I'll simulate it. It's like, I'm going to drink some water. Dang it, you know? So, I don't need this quest book, actually. This is useless. Alright, so that's backpack. Atlas. The Atlas is generally really useful on custom maps. However, no. Wrong. The Atlas is really useful in naturally generated worlds. However, in custom maps, it's not really that useful, I don't think. So, I don't really need this because it's based off biome, and in custom maps with the mod pack, I'm using the biome a lot to set what spawns. So the biome is less less of an indicator of like where you can go, because a lot of this around here is river biome. So yeah, the Atlas looks kind of derped up because of it's a custom map with custom biome settings. But this would be your best friend on naturally generated worlds if you just played a nat gen world, which you totally can. If you just like literally just single player, create new world, bleh. Your Atlas would be incredibly useful there. So the Atlas, I changed the configuration settings on the Atlas to generate more stuff around you, but it updates and samples that data around you less frequently, so that when it does update, it does like a huge area. You see, I have a massive area revealed. The default settings of the Atlas do it more often, but like it only scans like a smaller area around you. And I found this is more useful for exploration. This setting works better. It's also less intensive on, I think, server resources. So, but as you can see, the Atlas would mark off points of interest automatically if those points of interest are set up to be configured with compatible. Not everything that generates in the world will be marked on your Atlas, but you could mark, like, if you found something, you know, you can mark stuff pretty easily. And if the Atlas is on your hotbar, you could usually put it to like the far end. It'll give you in the top right of your screen a little mini map, and if you pick the Atlas, you can right-click on it to pull it up in big version. Use your mouse wheel to scroll and stuff. I really like it. It's pretty great. And if you don't want this, you can put your Atlas off your hotbar, and that gets rid of the mini map. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Atlas. It's not really useful in custom maps that I make because of all the custom biomes. So, yeah, that's it. But I wanted to briefly touch on it. I do suggest, though, once you've scanned an area with your Atlas in a generated world, maybe throw it in your backpack for safekeepings, because I've died, I've dropped my Atlas, and once you've dropped your Atlas and make another one, it'll do like a different data set. You'll notice that this atlas has a data value, a damage value of 1. Or no, I'm sorry, 0. So that is Atlas 0, and all of the markers on it, all of the explored terrain on it, is tied to Atlas with damage value of 0. If somebody else or you makes another new Atlas, it'll be damage value of 1, and that'll be a unique data set. And then 2, and then 3, and so forth. So what you would need to do is keep your original Atlas, and then make a new blank atlas, which, hold on a sec, I'll just grab a, I'll just cheat one in real quick since I just want to show this, and then I can stop talking about atlases. So basically, you would make a blank atlas with a book and a compass, and then you would just do this. And so now I have 2 atlases with a data value of 0. And so now, if you wanted to share your exploration and progress and your markers with a friend, now both of these atlases, like if I open this one, put a marker, test, and then open this other one, they're both sharing the same data. That's pretty much it. But they are useless on this map, so they get yeeted away. All right, cool. And now I don't have to talk about atlases ever again for the rest of this playthrough. Yay! Alright. Starting supplies. That's bread. That's a charcoal filter. These are wooden tools. And this is a free random wooden weapon from Spartan Weaponry. What did I get? I got a javelin. Oh. Well, I guess it's my ranged option, so it goes in slot 4. Okay, so the canteen is right-clicked onto water. Now it's full of dirty water. You take a charcoal filter. Whee! Now it's purified. Drinking water that's not purified is the same as eating rotten flesh. Your hunger bar turns green, and it'll like slowly decrease, like your hunger bar turning green when you've eaten rotten flesh. It's the exact same mechanic. So you can basically drink from like pond water and fill up your water drops, and you can get it to full, but you'll have been thirsted by it. You'll get the thirst effect, like eating rotten flesh gives you the hunger effect. And you'll get it to full, and then like the thirst effect will make it drain like 2 drops, so you can never like totally fill up your thirst properly with the pond water, just like you can never fill up your hunger with rotten flesh. Okay, cool. That was it. Okay, so these are, well, they're exactly what they say they are. They're it's the Super Hostile mod pack. And I wanted my mod pack to present players with really tough challenges, which it does. But I also wanted it to be fair and not just screw you over for the point of like, LOL, so troll, which in hindsight, you know, I mean, I don't know, maybe that would get it some more views on YouTube. Because there's certain mod packs that'll just kill you with totally unfair bullcrap. And it's whatever. But I wanted mine to be more of a fair challenge. So you spawn in some crap hot area, you know, you get some goo packs to live. Same with cold. Same with dark. I'm in a custom world. There's no water around me, so you get like a few days worth of different types of drinks. And this is also a teaching tool to teach the player that, hey, you know, honey bottles refill food and water, and you know, because when you use it, you'll figure that out, and then you'll realize that, oh, the honey from Future MC is the end game food in this mod pack. It's like, oh, great, okay. But you can also experiment and just play with all the different drinks you can have. So I don't think I need anything of this. I see some players claim all of this stuff and immediately fill their inventory up with it. I'm going to try to keep my inventory relatively clean. So I don't really need to claim all this emergency supplies. Let's see. Survival basics. I have already purified water, so I get some more charcoal filters. Neat. Cool. I kind of hate the canteens, and will eventually not have to use them. What did I do? I looked at bedrock. Delve deep until you hit bedrock. Great adventure awaits in caverns underground, but beware they can be super hostile. Or get an XP boost to get farming to level 6 by looking at a starting platform in Custom World. Okay, this quest, I added this quest so that you could play a skyblock in this mod pack. And in a skyblock map, you might start on like a bedrock block, and that's it. And the rest is just void. So you could look at the bedrock block, get 1,000 XP, and now you have enough XP to take farming to level 6. And farming to level 6 gets you, in this quest tree, there's, if you get the different skills to level 6, you'll get associated items to play around with. So you get like a set of very basic farming supplies by getting farming to 6. So you could immediately place some dirt on your sky block and start farming. And in this mod pack, farming gives a small amount of XP, and you could actually build up your tech tree that way, just from nothing but a bedrock block. It would take a while, but you know that's what people play sky blocks for. But I don't need any of this stuff right now, so I'm not going to claim it. Because it's effectively stored in the quest system. Like, I have these items, but they're just stored here until I take them out. So my advice would be to, like, not accept quest rewards, like, immediately unless you want them and are ready for them, because you can fill up your inventory pretty quick. But, you know, you do have this huge backpack. The mod pack introduces a lot more types of items, but to make up for that, I've given the players this very generous, huge backpack space so that it's fair, because there's more items to keep track of. Anyway, let's see. Is that basically it? I have my starting stuff, so let's get out of here. Any enemies around? I don't see any enemies. There's just some Satyruses. Hello. Some advice for new players is do not pick fights with Satyrus, and do not pick fights with, I bet there's one nearby. Is that one over there in the distance? Yes. Over there in the distance, that is a centaur. Leave them alone, because when they get low, they'll run away from you, drink regen potions until they're back to full HP, then come back to fight you. And the Satyruses have swords or melee, but the centaurs are as fast as horses because they're centaurs, and they use bows, and they will kite you around and just shoot at you from a distance. And if you do get them low, they'll run away really fast and drink regen potions. And it's just, leave them alone. Don't mess with them. Okay. Anyway. Okay. This large area is called Flower Fields. There are many areas, sub-areas, and dungeons in the map. Yep, we're in Flower Fields. Cool. All right. Is this your first super hostile? Welcome either way. This map is easier than usual, so new players have a chance to get used to things, both in the map and the mod pack. Oh, wow! A free chest! Ha! Let's take it! Yeah. So down in the bottom left of the screen, in the chat log, it says, I said easier, not easy. So I have introduced the player here to the fact that I can hide enemies in containers. But there's other cool stuff in containers, so let's see. These blocks look really similar, and I want to teach the player why they're different, because this is a... You can press F3, and that's a Rustic Vase, and that's an Ancient Warfare urn, but this is an urn from Ancient Warfare. You smash them. So if you right-click on them, nothing happens, but if you break it, they can have stuff inside. So basically what that was I think that was 2 to 3 rolls of the bonus chest loot table. You'll recognize this is the contents basically of a bonus chest. If you start a world in Minecraft and choose the bonus chest, this is the kind of stuff you can get out of it. And it rolls that loot table, I think like 2 to 3 times. That was specifically that one urn. This is a vase or pot from Rustic. Yeah, it's Vase or pot? What do you mean by that? It's basically a chest. Yes, if you right click on it. Oh, hey, a wood club. 6 damage versus 4 damage. Slightly a slower attack speed, but also higher quality. I'm going to use the club. Heck yeah. So it's basically a chest, which I think you mine with the, yeah, you mine it with the pickaxe instead of the axe, though. The reason I say I call it a vase or a pot, if that wording seemed awkward to you, it's because the internal item name is Rustic vase, but the name, when you hover your mouse over it, is pot, which drives me crazy. If the Rustic mod author watches this, please call it a vase in both cases. Why would you do this? Why would you do that? Rustic vase. Pot. Although, honestly, if I were you, I wouldn't change it just to troll me. Because that's probably what I would do. There's a block that was like slightly off-center up in this roof of this building over here. And we'll go look at that in a second. And somebody told me about it. They're like, can you please fix this? It's just driving me crazy. And I was just like, I'll make it worse. Because I'm a person. I'm trying to improve my language. Because do you remember earlier in this video I talked about my 8-year-old brother-in-law? He likes to watch my videos. So, yeah. He likes to watch my videos by putting them on the den TV in his family's house with the volume up loud. So imagine this. Like, imagine one of my old videos and I get mad at something and I say like GD this, F-bomb that, and like he's just sitting there with a grin on his face watching my videos, and like my mother-in-law is in the same room, and she looks at Col. She looks at Col. His name's Colson. She looks at Colson. She looks at the TV. She looks at me, and just gives me the look, and I'm just like, ah. And I just want to like no clip through the floor at that point. So I will try to moderate my language in this and all future videos, if possible. I might let something slip from time to time, but I will try. Okay. So we're 52 minutes into the video, and I've just left the spawn point. I hope this is okay with you. This is the type of video series that this is going to be. So, you've been told. Now, that said, I kind of like longer videos because I have a second monitor and I like to put a video on my second monitor while I do stuff on my computer. And sometimes if I generally like the content that I'm watching, I really like longer videos. Because that way they can play for a while and I'm not going to have to worry about stopping what I'm doing to go mess with YouTube and change the video, because it's going to start auto-playing something and maybe you didn't want to watch whatever that is. Now you got to go like mess with it, and you get it. You guys watch YouTube, right? Because you're watching YouTube right now, unless this is like a future video that's not on YouTube that I've like re-uploaded it to some other website, which might be the case, you know? Because maybe YouTube shouldn't have a monopoly on, you know what, that's a problem for another day. But anyway, I'm sure if you've been around and you've listened to my Twitch streams or other people on YouTube, they like maybe you know some of the issues with YouTube has. Anyway. Oh, speaking of long videos, I'm going to give a shout out to somebody that I like. He seems like a genuinely good guy, and I liked his videos, and maybe you would too. So I'm going to put his name in chat, and I think I've spelled it right. Wendigoon on YouTube. He makes a bunch of like really long videos where he just like picks some random topic. It could be like some weird science thing or some weird ghost story or whatever. And he'll just like make he does like list videos where he has a list of things and he just talks about them. And that's the kind of like really long content. Like I'll sit there, um, like working on this map. Like I worked on this map like a lot of days. I'd put in 8 to 10 hour days every day of the week, except maybe Saturdays I take off working on this map. And a lot of those days I'd have one of his playlists going. Uh, that was a infernal monster. I will talk about them in 1 second. I would have his playlist going, and he'd have like a 6 hour playlist of stuff, and I'd be like, yes, that's what I'm putting on while I work. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. Let me eat. Let me eat actual food that has saturation. You can see the saturation is that yellow stuff around my shanks. We're using a mod. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it shows you the saturation value of the food. You can see there. Those gold, the gold part of the shanks there on the bread don't normally show up. That's a modded thing. If you don't know how Minecraft saturation works, it's I honestly don't feel like explaining it, but more food that has lots of saturation, like lots of I put my javelin right there. I don't mean to do that. Food that has lots of saturation is good for combat. If you get one nugget of knowledge from saturation, just lots of saturation is good for combat in Minecraft. Just that's all you need to know without a detailed explanation on the math and what's happening. Just there you go. Okay, who hit me? Who has Infernal on them? So there's a Bubbly Fubbly, is what Paulsaurus Jr. called them. Oh, check out Paulsaurus Jr.'s channel. He's cool. You could just go to PSJR Minecraft, I guess. You could search for PSJR Minecraft. You find him pretty easily. There is a Infernal. Oh, there he is. What is that? Okay. Let's be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. That is a... Oh no, I don't want to fight that at all. That was Sprint, Ghastly, Choke, Bulwark, Storm... Storm, I think? Huh. Okay, so I should probably explain what an Infernal is. I mentioned earlier that Paulsaurus Jr. called them Bubbly Fubblies, and I kind of like that name. They're from the Infernal Creatures mod, and you can recognize them by the multicolored potion effect swirls coming off of them. Hence why Paul called them Bubbly Fubblies. Not to be confused with blighted monsters, which have purple fire on them. Now, can a monster be both a blight and infernal? Yes. Those are really dangerous. So blighted monsters, the ones with purple fire, give a bunch of XP, like a ton of it, like 30 levels maybe, worth of XP, and heart shards. That is these things, those things. So purple fire guys give tons of XP and heart shards. The bubbly fubblies, the potion swirly infernal guys, they will drop good gear, typically enchanted, when they die. They also have other stuff. They have an expanded drop table in my mod pack, way beyond normal configurations. Okay, so I see the potion effects coming off of her. Now, this block here that I'm looking at right here, this is a Rustic Iron Lattice block. And it is blocking her line of sight. So I see her, but she doesn't have line of sight to me. So I can sit here and look at her all I want. Now that's a harpy girl. And she is very bubbly fubbly. And I saw that she had a bunch of mods on her, modifiers. I believe if I glanced at her, and I think she had Storm, Choke, Sprint, Rust, and Bulwark. If I leap up, will I get it? Sprint, Ghastly, Gravity, 1-Up, Storm, Quicksand, Choke, and Bulwark. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. So the really nasty ones are ghastly, which means she will periodically shoot a gassed fireball towards me if she's aggroed on me. Sprint, she's faster. One up when she's low HP, she'll refill her HP bar to full one time for her lifespan. So a one up creature basically has two HP bars to go through. Storm is when she's chasing me, she will occasionally shock me with lightning from above. Storm can be very annoying to players because if you die from the storm, it will it'll be like lightning striking down, and lightning strikes will destroy your items. So a storm monster has the potential to destroy your death pile if you die to it. Okay? All right, so she shoots ghastly fireballs. She can strike me with lightning from above. She has choke. Now, what choke is it cuts off my oxygen and treats me like I'm underwater. So, actually, I think if I had to, I could go grab the. No. This quest, I spawned in an ocean, there's no land in sight. It does give you a potion of water breathing. I don't think I actually need that. Choke is not as bad to deal with once you know the mechanics of it, and specifically when you hurt the monster that's choking you, it resets it. Or if you break line of sight for a little while, it also resets it. So when dealing with a choke, you can break line of sight and wait, or you can hit it and damage it. I think any damage uh, from you. So bow, spell, or um, uh, I can tell when she's aggroed on me. Aggroed on me basically means she is aggressive towards me and actively chasing me. For those who didn't know, um, aggro is a term from massively multiplayer online role-playing games, MMORPGs, like World of Warcraft, for example. Pulling aggro means getting a monster to attack you that wasn't before. Okay, so she keeps stepping back. I don't want to let her have line of sight of me because I think she's got a decent amount of HP. Let me grab another peek at her real quick. Uh, Quicksand. I don't remember what quicksand does. I don't actually remember what quicksand does. I've never seen quicksand be that impactful, so it's probably good when you see a monster on it because the more mods they get, the better the loot they're gonna drop. And if they have just a crappy mod that doesn't do much like quicksand, then you're just gonna get better loot for, not much more of an increased threat. If that makes sense. So she had choke, bulwark, one up, storm, gravity. Okay, gravity. I need to talk about gravity. Gravity will pull you occasionally towards the monster. Gravity is why, like, if I was like right here up on this, looking down at her, like right here, she could pull me towards her and just yeet me right off this railing. The best way to handle the oh dear. That's actually bad though, because now more monsters might spawn nearby. Thankfully, though, this starting platform is incredibly safe. Because if you wonder what that damage noise is, the starting platform is surrounded by thorn bushes that do damage when people walk in them. And it also has an anti-spider railing that they can't climb up. So, not much can hurt you here, except for probably a storm monster calling in lightning on your head from above. That's basically it. And you're surrounded by water to drink and food to eat. And I looked at the bedrock thing here, so I got some XP to play with. I could actually kill her, I think, if I... Let's check out skill progression. So you get, like, a few things associated with that type of skill from the quest line. So, like, you get a copper halberd that's got unbreaking on it, which is kind of great. You get a copper chest, copper boots, a sampling of like basic spells for magic. Let's check out the agility. What do you get from agility? I get to level 6 agility, and I'll get a copper crossbow and a half a stack of bolts. Well, hey, you know what I got a problem with? I got a bubbly fubbly harpy down there. Hey, I got to level 6, no problem. Let's go ahead and get defense to 6 too. And while I'm at it, attack. Sweet. Can I get magic to 6? No. Alright. So that'll let me claim. I'll just go ahead and claim these very basic stuff here. Alright, so I've got a half a suit of. Oh my god, well I got lucky. Okay, cool. I got legendary quality boots. What's that give me? It gives me some extra HP. And a bunch of other minor stats that add up when you have a bunch of legendary gear, but just one of them. Not that huge of a difference. I have step height though. So I'm going to hold down right click and reload my crossbow. Now I have step height. I need to be mindful of my step height stat on the boots. Boots are the only thing that give step height except for that right there, but we'll talk about all that, what all this is later. Okay, so I've got a half of suit of copper armor. Copper is below iron, but above leather, so it's similar to chain, I guess. It's all right. It's way better than nothing. More importantly, though, copper armor always gives you some HP, and then the common quality on this is like a little bit more. So I'm getting 4 extra hit points just from the common copper chestplate, which is 4 hit points is 2 hearts. Each heart is 2 hit points. So anyway, I've got a copper halberd, which will replace my sword, and this is going to replace my javelin as my ranged option. So let's shoot this bubbly fubbly and kill her. I mean, not kill her. We'll defeat her and knock her out and make her go away. But first, I'm going to make it daytime since it looks like I can sneak in some sleeping here. All right, cool. Oh, there's a bubbly fubbly skeleton over there. Yeah, I think Paul Stores Jr. has rubbed off on me. I think I might call these guys bubbly fubblies. What do you guys think in chat? Second question of this episode. Bubbly fubbly or infernal? Like, what should I call them? So, I'm going to use my tough starting platform, to carefully look around. I know she's got gravity, and I don't want her to pull me off. So if I do jump up like this, I want to not be right at the edge, because now that I know she's got gravity, if I get pulled off, it's my fault for being poorly positioned. That's a festive creeper. He'll throw TNT at you. It's great. I can't see her. Oh, there she is. All right. So I want to basically shoot her and duck back. And she'll probably hit me with lightning, but I think I have enough HP to tank it. The only problem is my anti-spider barrier is actually keeping me from shooting her properly. So I think it might be time to, let's see. If I need to run, I want to probably switch to the halberd, right-click that, and run up on this. Yeah. All right, so Haunted Tool is got a red HP bar, but they don't actually aggro on you. I think I've mostly just got to worry with her, and she is right through here. So let's kite back. So there's the choke, there's the lightning, and there's a stupid creeper in the way. Get out of my way. I think I can just man fight her. She is ghastly though, and I've got. Ooh, I could die if I get hit by the gas. Oh, I hit it back in her face. Okay, that was just lucky on my part. Okay, she's down. And let's grab the loot and dip back into the shelter and do a quick head check to make sure no bubbly fubblies running up with storm. That will lightning me again and maybe kill me. All right, cool. So the gassed fireballs, they hit pretty hard. So if you see a ghastly enemy, you have to anticipate that every. I'm not actually sure. I should maybe test it myself. So if I see a ghastly enemy, I'll try to maybe capture it and see the timing on the ghastly fireball exactly. Oh, I got a lucky drink and didn't get the green drops. I should have stopped drinking right then. No, whatever. So what did we get? We got 2 iron nuggets, 2 copper nuggets. The creeper dropped a gunpowder. I got a rotten flesh from somewhere in there. I got a wheat seed, and I've got a silver saber. Now she had a lot of mods on her, so this is pretty highly enchanted. Yeah, Bane of Arthropods level 7, Fire Aspect 3. Unfortunately, it's poor quality, and it's Bane of Arthropods. If this was Sharpness 7, I'd be like, oh my god, this is great. But it's Bane of Arthropods, you know? So, probably will end up getting melted down for silver ingots, which are profitable. In this mod pack, melting something down gives you a lot more ingots than you would normally get. Because in normal Minecraft, you get 1, which is that's kind of an insult, I think. I don't know. In my mod pack, I follow the formula of, I think, 2 ingots per... No, you get 2 nuggets per ingot used in the original construction. So a silver rapier, this takes 4 ingots of silver to make. So I think I should get 8 nuggets by melting it down, I think. Wait, no, it's a saber. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. That's a saber, not a rapier. So a silver saber takes 3, so I should get 6. Alright. Alright. Let's get out of here. Did I eat all my bread? No. Are we cool? Is anybody else gonna attack? Is it just me and the centaur girls? Yep. Alright. So, this way lies the Thirsty Goblina Inn and Hot Spring and Riley River Canyon. And this way is a practice range, a cave of patrons, and the River's End Cave. Well, I think what we'll do is I'll go to the practice range and read the stuff there, and then end this episode. That sounds like a good plan to me. And I know I should be grabbing the magic flowers, but once I do, that's a conversation, and I'm trying to get through here. All right, let's check the practice range first. Okay, practice range. The 4 rules: muzzle trigger loaded backstop. Muzzle trigger loaded backstop. Muzzle trigger loaded backstop. You got that? Remember those. Muzzle trigger loaded backstop. Muzzle, do not point a weapon at something you are not kill. So, only point your weapon at something you are willing to destroy. Trigger, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Loaded, treat the weapon as if it is loaded at all times. And backstop, be aware of your target and what is behind it. Because your magic spell or your crossbow bolt or whatever might go through a wall and hit something on the other side that you didn't know was there, that you didn't intend to hit, you know? So let's see what we got in the chest. Hey, we got a bunch of basic crappy wood weapons to play with, and also basic magic wands, of which I will take 1. And the mana flask, which is basically ammo for the wand. And I will take the crossbow bolts, because yay. Hey, I got a full stack now. Cool. Yep. We're on target. I wonder if I can get that one back there. Let's see. Nailed him. I'm gonna go get my bolts, because these things can be a pain to make if you don't have any metal. Hit! Hit! Oh, come on. I want my bolt back. Hey, it's a chicken spawner. Hey, wait a minute. This had fire aspect on it, didn't it? Boop. Oh no! It's a silver saber. Silver weapons use magic skill instead of attack skill because they're silver. And I don't have magic level 6. I have magic level not 6. Or wait, no. Magic level 9. I'm too stupid. I don't know how to swing a silver saber. Ah, I'm too dumb to use it. Okay, whatever. Well, the chickens get to live for now. Let's go look at the last thing in the practice range, and maybe when I'm have more levels, which might be sooner than later, I will use this fire aspect saber on the chickens. All right, what is this? Spawner training. Oh, good. Okay. All right, that's a spawner. Hey, I completed a quest. Find a spawner. Neat. As spawned entities die, the spawner rate increases. Really? Well, these look like ancient vase spawners, but what's an ancient vase? Oh, it's like a classic video game vase where you smash it and it drops stuff that heals me. So that's neat. So the more you kill, the faster they spawn. Be careful. Oh, so if I just keep killing these, like the new ones will spawn faster? Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it's saying. Huh. Yeah, these things did come out pretty quick. Oh yeah, they're yeah, like oh wow. Yeah, it's speeding up. Huh. Well, that's neat. I guess I'm glad these are ancient vases and not like, I don't know, dragon spawners. Could you imagine dragon spawners? Like, or like vampire spawners or sphinx spawners or could you imagine one like in Bedrock and like you kill a sphinx and then more spawn faster the more you kill and that could get out of hand so fast. Okay. Well, lucky me, this is just an ancient vase spawner. Break spawners as soon as possible to claim experience and an astral diamond. Or intentionally pick a fight and farm swarms of enemies. Oh, okay, so if I want the monster's drops, I can fight and yeah. Or if I don't want the monster's drops, I can go ahead and kill the spawners to get a bunch of XP and an astral diamond. Well, that's cool to know. Hey, I can get magic to level 9 now. Amazing. I'll go ahead and get mining to 6 as well if I can. And next up is building. For a reason I'll tell you about in the future. Alright, cool. So I got 2 of these astral diamond things. I don't know what those do, because I'm a normal player and I don't know anything about this mod pack. Press the tilde key and check Adventure Awaits Quest tab for detailed and up-to-date information about the astral market. Adventure Awaits? Acquire an astral diamond. Oh, okay. Astral diamonds have many crafting uses, and some of the best gear in the game is made with charged astral diamonds. Oh, charged astral diamonds. That's a different one than a normal one, huh? Which require normal astral diamonds. Okay. So you got astral diamonds. They must be better than diamonds, and you can supercharge them to be like even better. All right, cool. There's also an astral market quest tab, which allows you to redeem astral diamonds for a variety of good early game items and later game loot crates. As a reward for your skill at finding one, take some examples of new crafting materials in the mod pack. Oh, cool! Modded crafting ingredients for me to play with. Why am I... Ah! Oh, she's ghastly. Alright. I'm gonna start strafing then. Oh, hey, it's nighttime. And I'm a dum-dum and didn't notice it being nighttime. You know what? All sorts of nasty things could be like running up to me right now and I wouldn't even know. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna sprint, jump, run back to the spawning shelter. And there's a choke on me. Don't miss the button. And keep going. And jump in the water. Whew. And that's why you don't forget about the time of day in the super hostile mod pack. But anyway, as this says, look at all these modded things to play with. Neat. And find a spawner. Neat, I found a spawner. And all the information here is more or less the same information over there with some differences. It's not super vital, but you know, you can read this stuff at your own time. I recommend reading let's see here. There's these guidebooks and general modpack information. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Some of the mods have guidebooks that you can read in game about them, and there's a bunch of quests to read. There's a lot of information to soak up, but you only have to know the very basics to start playing. And if you want to read about it later, I recommend waiting for you to get a base, and then you can like be next to your farm or your smelting operation or your factory that you set up. There's automation in the mod pack. It fits within a like fantasy medieval style though. But there's stuff in your base that you might want to idle next to, and while you do that, you can read a bunch of stuff, and it's pretty cozy, you know. So let's see. There's the Astral Market. Okay, so I have these Astral Diamond things somewhere. I got 2 of them here. Okay, so I got 2 Astral Diamonds. What can I do? Astral Market. All right. Care package. 1 Astral Diamond, and I get a care package loot crate. Well, that's neat. So this is basically full of... I wonder if there's a way to look in the loot crate before I open it. Oh, I think there is. Let's see. General Modpack information. JEI information. Just enough items can be viewed by opening your inventory and observing the interface on the right. Ah! Oh, okay. So open my inventory, interface on the right side of the screen. So loot crate? Oh, hey! Loot crate's popped up. Now, if I remember my JEI right, you can left-click and right-click to look at how to make something and what is made out of something, respectively. And I'm freezing to death, so let's hop out of the water. Getting, like, hypothermic. And let's make it daytime. Whichever one allows me to sleep. All right, cool. So, let's see here. That was a care package. Oh, okay. Could I have just typed in care package? Oh, yeah, I could have. So if I left-click on it, it shows me... What does it show me? It shows me like how to craft it or what quest is used. If I right-click on it, it shows me... Ah! Care package. A food bundle. Does it show me the drop chance? Does it show me the how much I'll get? No, it doesn't. It just shows me what's possible, but not how much. Because I already know, because I made this, that you can get a lot of items, right? But every time it rolls an item, you'll be looking at a 16% chance, basically, to get each one of these types of things. Okay, well, that's kind of neat. Like, so I can type in loot crate and... So what's in a loot list 1 loot crate? Saw that. Loot list 1. Oh, that's got a little bit more going on in here. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can like inspect the loot crates in advance and see what's in here. Oh boy, look at this Astral Mage loot crate. Charm of Magical Dieting. Quality unique. Oh. Oh, unique. Yeah, the unique quality stuff is, that's the only way to get it. It is actually out of this loot crate. And speaking of unique quality stuff, let's go back to the Astral Market. So, okay, so you can check the... Can I left or right click from this menu? No. Well, I guess it's only a slight inconvenience to type it in here. Whatever. So there's an ammo crate. Okay. A ring of minor vitality. Okay, so I spend an Astral Diamond and Iron Ingot and I get a ring of minor vitality. Oh, okay. I get 12 HP guaranteed. It's like set. The unique items have set stats. They're not randomly rolled. And if I died and lost some HP, which is, you know, you can. If you die, you lose max HP, and then you have to get it back by eating heart containers, like in Zelda. Heart containers. These things. They're made from 9 of these heart crystal shards. But you can't gain HP forever. There's a cap on the amount of HP that you can gain from heart containers. So I wonder what would happen if you had a bunch of heart containers lying around. It's like, do you think they're used to craft anything? Oh. Oh, hey, look. The heart containers are also crafting ingredients for like really high level stuff. Well, that's neat. Oh, they're also used as quest turn-ins. Repeatable hunting? Or repeatable bundles? Oh yeah, Master Magic Bundle, 20 heart containers and a charged Estel Diamond will get you all these loot crates. Okay. So if I collect a bunch of heart containers and don't need them, I can save them up for that quest or maybe other uses. Well, that's good to know. Okay, so... Ooh. Is that an evil wizard? Kind of want to go fight him, but that might have to wait for next episode. Because I'm an hour and a half in. Oh boy, and I've barely left the thing. Well, that's okay because I had a bunch of stuff to talk about, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I just had a bunch of stuff to talk about. You're definitely getting commentary, but maybe we could go look at the wizard now. I am at full HP. Where did he go? Is he friendly or enemy wizard? He was just in here. Am I seeing things? Bro, did he despawn? Oh, if he despawned, he must have been an evil wizard. Because I don't think the friendly ones despawn. They're NPCs. Alright, well, I guess he despawned. Well, whatever. So if you want to play this map, you can go check out my website, which you can access from the main menu of the Modpack. You can find the Modpack on ChrisForge, but website is vechsdavian.com. And thank you very much for sitting through this first episode of the Spellbound Caves 2 developer commentary with me. I'm going back to just making long videos. I've decided I don't care if YouTube wants 20-minute videos the best for the algorithm, robot, whatever. I'm just going to make what I want to make, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But yes, vechsdavian.com is where you can download the map from. And yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next episode. Until then, as always, take it easy.